After days of storms and close calls, the forest finally gave them a gift of calm. Sunny morning, and a chance to learn something new. The little girl, barely 6 years old, knelt by the river, her red jacket a bright spot in the green wilderness. "Okay, today I'm really gonna catch one," she declared with a grin. And of course, her little partner was ready, not exactly helpful, but definitely enthusiastic. The fluffy puppy, a 6-month-old Norwegian Yorkshire Terrier, hopped excitedly beside her, his tail wagging so hard his whole body wiggled. He was her shadow, her cheerleader, and her constant source of chaos. She leaned closer to the water, watching the sleek shapes of fish dart by. But just as she focused, her furry friend couldn't resist a playful splash. The fish vanished in an instant. "Hey, don't scare them," she scolded, though there was no real anger in her voice. The puppy froze, then slowly lifted one paw, looking up at her with those big, guilty but adorable eyes. He didn't mean it, but patience was still a lesson they both had to learn. So she tried again. This time, she waited. She watched. She breathed, just like she'd seen the bears do in her storybooks. The puppy sat beside her, trying his best to stay still, vibrating with bottled-up excitement. A fish swam close, its scales glimmering in the sunlight. With a determined breath, the girl lunged her hands, scooping up a cascade of water. And nothing. Almost. She laughed, shaking her wet hands. The sound of her giggle seemed to break the spell. The puppy barked, then suddenly jumped in front of her, splashing with all his might. To her astonishment, a fish, startled by the commotion, leaped right out of the water and landed on the mossy bank near her feet. She gasped in disbelief. "You did it! You helped!" she cried out, picking up their prize proudly. The puppy pranced in circles, accepting all the credit with happy yips. It wasn't skill. It wasn't strategy. It was just two friends, figuring life out in their own silly, wonderful way. Later, as the sun climbed higher, they sat by a small, crackling fire, the fish cooking on a stick. "We make a great team, don't we?" she whispered. The puppy barked softly and rested his head on her knee, a gesture of pure contentment. And on that bright, gentle morning, the forest didn't feel like a wild, scary place anymore. It felt like home because they were learning, laughing, and growing together. As she fed him a tiny, cooked bite, it was clear that sometimes survival isn't just about strength. It's about finding joy in the little victories.